Hello, everyone. We are live. Bear with me. I'm not very good at this. So, some technical difficulties, but we got through them. So, today we are going to work with our Dremel. This is one amazing tool that makes everything so much easier. So, we are going to carve the eye right here. You see how it is curved? We want to straighten it exactly how it is. Right there. All right. So we're going to start with that. I have to turn on my camera. Doing it with this will just take me too much time and a lot of work and a lot of muscle power. And this is where the Dremel comes in. Gives us detail and we have control of what we're doing because this machine is it's just incredible. And am I not connected? Hold on one second. I am. What the heck? Okay, more technical difficulties. All right, let's see. Let's disconnect it from here and put it directly to here. And that was the issue. All right. All right, so let us begin. We're gonna start working on this part right here. I see the best way to hold it. There we go. As you can see, so much more easier to control. Speed it up just a little more. Than to do it with the carving tool and mess up and carve too much. With this, we have so much more control. And let's go ahead and do it this way. That way we can see it better. Take our time. And we'll sand it down with a finer sandpaper. This is very coarse, but it's okay. This helps us really get in there. Even in here. And we'll change the tip so we are able to get in the actual inside of the eye. But for now, we're gonna focus on the outside of the eye. And as you can see, this right here curves up, so we're gonna remove all of this right here. I could have done it with a carving tool, as I said, but this way, oh God, it's so much better. Watch how easy this is. Oh, beautiful. Ah, love it. So I have done a total of, this is my third tiki carving. And the state that I currently live in is pretty much the desert. and I have a very hard time finding wood. Very difficult to find wood here in the desert. So I was able to find a gentleman who supplies me with wood, and that's how I was able to find this nice piece. I believe this is birch, which is very soft and very easy to work with. Now, where I was before in Georgia, I was using pine, and I would actually go to the side of the highway. I believe it's 20, and I would just walk around, park my car on the side of the highway, and walk around and find a piece that I was happy with, because over there, the city or the state, I don't know who's the one that does it, when they come around and they start cutting the pines on the side of the highway, they actually cut them perfectly with this machine, this saw, and they leave them on the side of the road for rot. And perfect opportunity for me. So I have very easy pickings there. I would grab the piece that I like, bring it home, and I would do all sorts of things. So I made two and fell in love with this, because it really is not difficult. And if you watch my previous video, or when I do decide I upload this video, I'm going to show you the trick that I use using Play-Doh to make sure that you don't mess this up. And I find that using Play-Doh to practice before I cut into the wood is the easiest way to go. All right, so let me slow down here. So yeah, that's what I did when I was in Georgia. Excuse me. Here in the desert, I have very, very hard time finding wood. So I stopped doing this, but then found this gentleman who actually gets the wood from New Mexico. So that's why I was working on doing tikis out of concrete, because I can't find wood. But now that I found this guy, yeah, I'm back to business. And I'm no means an expert at this, you guys, at all. I just will enjoy getting my hands dirty and figure things out. And if it's wrong, and if I make a mistake, who cares? It's what it is. I'll find another piece of wood. Alright. I gotta dig in a little bit more here. So as you can see, and I'll put a link in the description for this picture and give credit to the individual who made this. It's very flat and it comes up at an angle like this. I'm just going slow, little by little. There's no rush. So I got it coming a little bit more like this. And maybe I might use the chisel and chisel some of this away. But for now, I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing. So alright. I don't want to overdo it with this one. I think I like what I see. I have to get in there, and I'm going to change the tip for that. But I'm not ready to do that yet because I got to do the other eye. All right, so we're going to come in a little deeper. Watch this bad boy do just that. I love the smell of this wood. Birch is just so beautiful. So the other tiki that I made was the same as this. I don't know if you've seen it on my previous video. I carved it but instead of doing the mouth like this, I actually did him with the tongue sticking out. And I never recorded that video when I carved that one. And I hate myself for it, but that's fine. So this one, I wanted to sit on the bottom of the other one with the tongue out. So this was gonna be on the bottom, and then the one with the tongue out is gonna sit on top of this one. And I'm probably gonna put it in my living room or my backyard. I'm not sure. It's just the sun and the water. As much as you treat the wood, the sun and the water kind of destroys it. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave it inside or put it outside. I have to change the tip to get in here. I don't want to do that for now. All right, let's move this right here. And I love this tool. There is so much you can do with this thing. This cost me $100 on Home Depot years ago. And it comes with a bunch of tips. I don't overdo it. All right, so let's come on this side and flatten this out. Okay. All right. Used to be a little flatter, but I work very slowly and I take my time. If I take too much of something, then I gotta adjust the piece. And there's no rush. It's just a weekend project that I'm making for myself and for you all. People love this when they walk into my house. The other one that I have with the tongue out, oh my God, people go crazy over it when they walk into my home. So consider making one in your own home. Trust me, once you get one down, you're gonna be hooked. You're gonna be making many of these. And please use eye protection. I didn't, and I just got some in my eye. That's all right. Yeah, I need a smaller tip to be able to get in there and straighten that out. But I'm not doing that now. All right, I may have to carve this one. This one is a little hard. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to carve this a little more. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with what I see. Let's go ahead and go on the other eye. And let's remove this tape. I use tape to kind of guide me and make sure that the eye here ended up in the same position that this eye is. And I use tape to draw a straight line into the other eye and make sure that this is symmetrical. So let's remove. Now, unfortunately, this piece of wood sat outside for a little too long in the sun, and the environment did crack it right here, but it's okay. I think it gives it more character to the piece, to be honest with you. I think it's gorgeous how it is. So, here we go. Let's do the other side. And I didn't dig into this one right here like I did to the other one, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and remove some of this and start straightening it up. There we go. This one is going to need a little bit more chiseling. So we're going to do the top, and we're going to chisel our way in here. There we go. Beautiful. And the tips on this Dremel, they last a pretty long time. They're very sturdy. I haven't gone to Harbor Freight and used the tips that Harbor Freight sells, but I will eventually, just to see how good they are. But the ones that came with the Dremel itself, they've lasted a very long time. Let's do this right here. Dig in. There we go. Beautiful. And I realize sometimes you cannot get one side the same exact way as the other. So it is what it is. And usually the left side turns out to be a little better than the right side. The right side is the first one that you do when you're not too familiar with carving like me. It usually takes me doing the right side to perfect the left side, if that makes any sense. So unfortunately, I had to sacrifice this side, which is actually this left, the actual left, and the right. That's the one that always comes out perfect. I sacrificed the left for the right to come out perfect. I think you got what I mean. All right. All right. So I gotta carve this bad boy a little more right here, because there's no way I'm gonna carve through all of that with this sandpaper. This tool is good, but that would take me forever. So I'm not doing with that. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Good. All right, so let's carve this down a little more, and then we finish with the Dremel. Let's see how this one is carved. This one's not. And like I said before, I have to carve using this mallet because I had surgery in my rotator cuff in my right arm. I don't have much strength in my right arm, so I need this. You know, some people do this, but that I find that after a while, it gets extremely painful with my arm. Like, and I have very little strength to control where the blade is going. See? And these tools are incredible. I'll give you the link to them. I got them on Amazon and I was actually shocked how amazing and sharp they came and how sturdy they are and the price that I paid. I thought that was incredible. Or Amazon. So a lot of times you get stuff on Amazon not the best quality and it won't last anything like the other ones that I have. But these, wow, incredible. Like this right here that I bought, you can pretty much see it all banged up. All right. You can see exactly what it is that I'm doing. And don't overcarve, or very difficult to come back from it. See? Now we're starting to look alike. Okay. Okay. Sweet. Let's bring this down a little more right here. And like I said, if you're not familiar with this, the trick is to grab some of this Play-Doh and play with it and figure out your next move. Oh man, this Play-Doh is cold, so it's breaking apart. It's not coming together. But what you do is, like I said before, you turn your Play-Doh into the shape, which is cylinder. Grab yourself anything. And then draw what you're doing. Carve it here in the Play-Doh before you actually carve it and the actual piece. And practice with this. And this is how I learned how to carve. When I feel I'm not too confident, this is what I do. I bring this out and I draw the piece that I'm working. This is the nose. And I look at it and I'm like, okay, how does this work? Let's do this first, which we just did. Okay, so let's start carving here. All right, let's carve there and let's remove that. Okay. Okay, that does look like that. All right, so then how do I do this? Okay, so I have to come in at an angle all the way down and remove this. Oh, okay. All right, so here's the nose. What do I do here? Okay, so I can carve this down and that. You see? And things start to make sense when you use Play-Doh to help you make sense of it all. So, great trick that I use. All right, so you got to put this bad boys. Make sure you wear gloves because I've banged my finger a few times and the glove kind of helps. All right. Okay, see what I mean? All right, you guys. So, oh, somebody out there. My pup going crazy over it. Viva, it's okay. So her name is Vivi, and she's named after an NFT app, non-fungible token app. Not sure if any of you are familiar with it. They sell really good NFTs from Disney and comic books, popular comic books. So I named her after the app, Vivi, V-E-V-E. Wonder if any of you that are gonna watch this actually know what Vivi is, what Vivi app is. And if you know what an NFT is. Those seem to be very popular still. Any of you do? Please comment. I'd love to know if any of you actually own any NFTs from Vivi. All right, so gonna keep carving this down to match this. Continue coming in here to dig through this. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for the full tutorial video of this. I will go live for the mouth. It's a very important part of the tiki. And I will show a live video on how to do it because it is kind of intimidating. And when I show you, you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute, that's not intimidating at all. So I will do that. Thank you so much for watching. Those of you who are new here, subscribe. I have 1,700 subscribers right now, and I am incredibly humble by all of you who actually found my content enjoyable enough to subscribe. I appreciate your support. Thank you all so much for being here, and until next time, adios. All right, so